right, let's get going live there. Let's get going live here. All righty, 1, 3, 2, 1. We are live. YouTube, Facebook, rocking. I'm still eating. I'm a little behind schedule. Let me get this thing shared up. I got to get this shared to my personal page so my local people can see it here. Someone drink wine. Hunter Farrington, first one. Colton Albert, close second. Herb Brown, number 3. Welcome, welcome. I'm still eating. I'm still trying to get things organized. I'll be with everybody shortly. I wonder what the start watch party is. I want to share it first. I don't want to do that. Share now with my friends. Come on. Waiting for the click to click on my other tab. Maybe it's going to share. My other tab is moving super slow. I may have to just kibosh that thing. Start it over. Did I get it shared? All right, there we go. I think I got it shared. All right. Cool. Ow! Hit my knee. I think I got the thing shared. 2 bites. I'll be done, and they'll be yours. All done. You can see the wizard picking out. All righty, we got YouTube rocking. I got my 2 screens going today. I got a little different setup. You guys can't quite see it. Go back up here. Leah John Knowles, what's happening, Leah John? Little John, for those of you that don't know, goes back to Steve. Doing his thing up in Taos. Brian McGinnis. Brian McGinnis, I've had fun identifying you're wearing my pictures. I got 2 of them. Brandy joined. What's happening, Brandy? Arkansas. Herb Brown says, how do you keep the beard out of the bowl? So I usually have to eat like this, actually, with one hand going like this and one hand like this. Otherwise, the answer is I don't. I just have to clean it off because it totally dips in the bowl. Mike Roberts, Stephen Cordes, Tom Euclid. What's up, Mike Roberts? Amy Clark joined from Tulsa, Oklahoma. What's happening? Should be back this way soon, I hope. Corey Harrelson. I'm losing my mind with this. What day is it? You know it's a Tuesday because you got the weekly wizard update. That's what you can mark your calendar by. That'll at least keep you somewhat sane, Corey. Hi back at you, Amy. Chris Call, Dennis Nadolny, Cliff Dowden, Angela Cordes, and Stephen Bruns. Tammy Farrow. Oh, Mike. Yes, sir. Jägermeister. Haven't even cracked the seal yet. So, and I'm even wearing I'm even wearing the appropriate shirt. So we're matching. I'm all matchy here. So I hope you guys are appreciative that I went to a lot of work to pull this out of my closet and send my oldest to the liquor store to get this for me because I ran out of time. Let's see. Little John up in Taos says, great 33-mile gravel ride today, 3,550 feet in the wilderness. No one around. Rocking. Yeah, I bet you can totally get isolated out there. Honestly, I can get isolated out here just as good as the next guy. I rode, I think I did 26, 7, 8, something like that. I got me about an hour and 55 minutes in, and I saw a bunch of cows. I saw some farmers on their tractors, and I had a family. I had a family on 4-wheelers pass me, but that's pretty much it. All right, Daniel Lemons, what's happening? Jay Black, what's up? Jeremy Black. Oh, missed a couple. Oh, there. Hey, y'all, from Tom Euglene, saying hi to everybody. Jennifer Black joined. Gary Miller. Daniel Lemons, what's up, Daniel? Daniel Lemons did some work out in the yard. What was that? Some raised flower beds you did? Honey-do list is real at your house. Forrest Smith, Albert Simon, Brad Berger, Jennifer Black with the wave. Hi, Forrest Smith. Back at you, bro. Good to see you. Or I guess talk to you. You can see me. Debbie Nichols, Euclid joined. Albert Simon says hello all as well. Welcome, everybody. I have no real big agenda today. So, I'm really glad you can't see the teeth because I probably got stuff in there. I mean, not just knocked out dinner. For those of you that are just joining, you didn't get here early enough. You saw me take the last few bites of shove them in my face. All right. Oh, it's been a while. It's good. All righty. Let's see. So Forrest Smith, we talked last week about the ditch find, fun ditch find, all kinds of fun names. And I think we had a few people throw some possible names out. I still haven't done it yet. I still want to do it. I think it'll be fun. I still want to create the group. I'm working on it. I'm working on trying to find a gap to do it. When I do, it'll be a blast, and then I'll make you an administrator so that you can have full access like I do, and then we'll just let everybody, we'll friend everybody and let them show all of their fun ditch finds. So I think it would be a fun thing to do, and also give a reason for some of the things that I'm about to talk about, and some of the things that I'm asking of you guys. So. Let's see what we got. Ooh, scrolled a little too far. Debbie has a smiley, sunny face for sure. Back at you, Debbie. It was definitely sunny and smiley today. It was great. Had to be almost a 2-hour ride today. It was so fun. Smiled the whole way. Daniel Lemons, I saw his Facebook post. He said it was raised gardens. He's got tons of vegetables to get planted. Nice. Looks like we got plenty of time to do it too. So if that's your thing, get after it. We're going to have plenty of times. Just riding around town, I've seen several people out working in their gardens. Gardens that didn't exist, they now do. Derek Gossard, howdy, back at you. Jeremy Coleman, cheers. Firebreak Road around Mount Scott was empty, minus some snakes and longhorns. Just don't tell Cordis that. He doesn't mind the longhorns, but he won't do the snakes. Jeremy Coleman, sure. I don't know that we have any rules about the ditch finds. Just anything that brings an odd smile to everybody's face or something. I don't know. I'm still working out the details, but I think it'd just be fun. I've got a video that I took today that's kind of a humorous one. It's not really a ditch, but I mean, it should be a ditch, but there's no ditch there. I'll explain, and you'll see my Instagram post later. Forrest says, critters only count if they have balloons tied to them. Oh, man, I saw some of those Facebook posts today. Craziness. Danny Prather joined. What's happening, Danny? Jaeger, you got it, Danny. Jeremy Coleman says he's going to have to start looking harder and taking pics. I'm the world's worst. But over the last few days, it's like, I said, heck with it. All I do is so if I'm supposed to go out and do an 1.5-hour ride, I do an hour and a half. Well, I do. So if I go out to do an hour and a half ride, I go out and do an hour 45 ride. I just factor in an extra 15 minutes. And then that way, every time I stop, it doesn't matter. I don't worry. So I always factor in like 10 to 15 extra minutes for every one of my rides on gravel. And then it's fine. I do what I'm supposed to do. And then when I see something cool to stop and take a pic of, I just stop and do it, take a video, and it's all fun. So it's actually kind of made me enjoy my rides a little bit more instead of just tucking my head and going, looking around and trying to make a story or a fun event out of it. So Colton Albert said he's going to be he's picking up a caramel churro sundae right now. I don't know what that is, but that sounds really, really delicious. So you should probably take a picture of that and post that if that's even possible. Make us all jealous of the sugar intake. David Copeland, welcome. All right, still nothing on YouTube. I'm good. All righty. I do have actually a couple of topics I want to talk about. Uh-oh. That should be. Sorry, I'm typing a quick message here. I had a message on another feed. All right, sorry about that. Also has Colton Albert says also has a blueberry cake. I think Colton Albert has a sweet tooth. Amy Jantz joined. Welcome, Amy. Christy Ross is in the house. All right, I'll let a few more check in as you guys get it rolling. I do actually have a couple things I jotted down. And obviously, I think a lot of you guys probably saw some of my posts earlier today. And all right, cool. Someone was checking on me. We were worried about my feed here. I was checking my live feed, and I thought we were having some issues, but I think we're all good. I'm doing it from a couple of different spots, so sometimes I have to keep an eye on it. Yeah, so most of you guys probably saw I made a couple of posts today. One of them was just a personal thing, and then I posted a blog yesterday. Just because it was long, it could have just been a post, but I just did it as a blog, so it's easier to send the link, and then you can click on the link and read it just as easily. So I want to talk about the first one a little bit. So the first one was yesterday, and this is just something that I think that we all need to keep an open mind. We need to keep educating ourselves, and we really need to stop watching the media. If you're watching all the left and right media stations, things of that nature, you really need to stop. You need to go out and you need to find scientists. You need to find podcasts that are lengthy. You need to find things that are not clipped and bits. You need to find long form data, and you need to read it or you need to watch it. And you'll get out of these ruts of misinformation. I get zero information from Facebook. I'm on Facebook, but I don't take any of my media from Facebook. I don't take any of my media from the main news arteries. And the reason I don't is because they are all clickbait. Because of the internet and because of the way that media can go out to the public now, Our true media has really just gone to clickbait. Their whole goal is to shock you, to say something to get you to click, because they need the click to get money. So it really, really puts the onus on the reader, which is you and I, to go out and find what's different, find the truth. And I've found that through listening or talking to trusted friends that are in the fields of importance. In this case, for me, I'm talking to friends that are in the medical field that have more knowledge than me. And I'm listening to medical epidemiologists, medical people, things of that nature. And I'm not listening to their news interviews. I'm only listening to them in long form, in a podcast or a video podcast form. So the key is getting long form information, because then it's super easy to determine whether these people are full of shit or not. And it's also very easy to determine when these people know a lot and should be listened to. So because of that, I mean, I have to admit, my opinion and my thoughts on this whole process since early March have changed. I've made a lot of those changes, and I've made a lot of those aware with posts that I've posted through True to Dirt, especially with our cycling world and my thoughts here in Oklahoma. Because I mean, that's really my only space. I mean, yes, I'll reach out maybe to some of friends in Kansas and some friends in Texas and some friends in Arkansas. But my community, my family, they're all here in Oklahoma. So I want to reach out to the community that I can reach, and that's the cycling community, mostly the dirt community. And I'm getting a glare here. My bad. I still haven't. One of my third monitors on. There, that should take some of the glare off my face. Probably puts me in a shadow, but so anyway, I mean, off my soapbox there a little bit. One of the things that I posted yesterday in my blog was talking about group rides. There's a lot of discussion and a lot of posts. I saw a couple today. There was several other discussions today, and this not only relates to cycling, but hiking, walking your dog, being out with your family, picnicking, all these outdoor activities that are absolutely great, especially in a time like we have now. Forrest is making fun of my third monitor. Dude, I'm a computer geek, man. I have two computers behind this screen that you can't see down here, and then I have my TV as actually my main computer screen. So, all right, I need a Jaeger refill before I get on the whole blog. My blog was about group rides and what we should be doing, and then I'm going to move on into just clustered popular areas, and then we'll talk about that. So let me scroll up a tad, because I kind of got on another monologue, which you guys know me. It's kind of my thing. I get that way. So David Copeland. Yeah, David said, oh yeah, I scrolled up too far here. Man, I'm getting some lag. I hope the video's okay. My video seems okay, but I'm getting some lag on my comments here. Of course, like I said, I have two monitors, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I've got 16 tabs open in Chrome, and I've got 5 tabs open in Firefox, all at the same time on this computer. So I probably should dial it back a little bit, but it's kind of too late now. So Karina Coleman, welcome. Scott Hutchins. I got Scott Hutchins in my notes. He had an awesome picture, and we may have a future video project to do while we're all in quarantine lockdown that might be fun. John Bauman. David Copeland says late but here. Yeah, you're not late at all. I just been rambling. You got here for the good stuff. Barry Diffendappers in the house. Trip Harrison joined and says yo, like he always does. William Key says that's a good call there on Facebook. I get my news from multiple sources and understand the bias of the sources I use. William, that's right, man. That's exactly the key. And the key is to just understand the bias and just, I tell you something that I've really discovered. I mean, I've honestly been a very, very, I mean, I've told you guys before, I'm probably one of the most uneducated people when it comes to current events, and that's by design. I purposely put myself in that position. I accepted it and I just went with it. And I did that by pretty much over the last 10 years going totally black. I quit cable. I quit all media. I don't do newspapers. I don't do radio, any of that. So only recently have I really started trying to come back and kind of get my teeth back into current affairs, just because I feel like I'm lacking, and I probably should be more up on it. And I found that the best way for me to do that is by listening to podcasts. And so I've got several friends that are giving me podcasts and several that I'm listening to. Unfortunately, just time is so hard and these podcasts are so long, but the payoff, if you can listen to them, is great. And the advantage of listening to a podcast, whether it's just audio or video and audio, is that it's long form. So you get the full conversation. You don't get just the pieces that the particular news for that, whatever that news source wants you to hear. You get the whole thing. Yes, there can be some bias in it based on the interviewer, but if it's a good interviewer and it's a long form and they're talking for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, the truth is going to come out. You can't hide yourself. You can't hide thoughts for 2 hours in an open podcast. So I just find that those are some of the best media sources. And anyway, that's just my 2 cents. So Robert Ferris joined. Susan Young, memory checker or whatever, like sits on my computer and checks all the memory being used. Every time someone pops a tab, it's probably going, oh shit, stop, close the tab. Alex Canada. DJ Avery Osment. I'm guessing that's Doug Osment with a new Facebook name. Howdy, Alex Canada. Alex, I see your boys are still working. Every time I ride gravel, they're like cutting swaths through farmland out here, running those power lines. Oh, David Copeland. I'm hoping you get. David Copeland says he gets his news from the Wizard. I'm hoping you have better sources than me, brother. I'm not always the sharpest tool in the shed. You got it, Robert. Robert Ferris says, finishing up a ride at Draper. See you if still on when you get home. All righty. Well, when you get a chance, I'd like to hear your thoughts on riding Draper right now. I think for me, Draper's kind of in my gray area, and I'll talk about that shortly.
You're better off putting your thing in there than I take it up there. Not fair? Yeah.
All righty. 23 minutes in. Got me a little Jaeger going. I better do that. Jay Black just made a good post. Jay Black, I'm going to come back to that because that's definitely leading. I'm definitely leading into that. So I'm going to just jump straight into it, guys and gals. I made this post. I made it on my blog, and I was fairly, I think I was fairly PC about it. I didn't. Most of my posts are that way. I make my point, but I try not to be very hard edge on either side, just because that's kind of the nature of what I do. But sometimes I have to draw the line. And one of the things that's been coming up, and I think we're kind of at a crux point, every 3 or 4 or 5, 6 days, we're kind of at a crux point, honestly, with things are changing. New data is coming out. New realizations are coming out. I don't think that the information that we're getting is any different. I've been seeing the same information since early March when I really, really started looking into this. It's just that I think people are just now starting to accept some of the things that were being said then instead of calling bullshit on it. And they're realizing that, oh, damn, I should have listened. And I think because of the things that the things that the way that things are changing and how fast they're changing. I think we're becoming more and more and more aware. The information that I'm seeing is even in social media is even becoming more clear. And social media information is probably the least clear, but I'm even seeing clear information out there. The simple fact is that things are bad. They're going to get worse. And there's a lot of predictions that show that, we're so far behind the curve because of how long it took for the infection to really get here versus some of the other places that have already started it. And some of the other places are already past the peak and they're on the downside, or they're actually getting better. I think maybe not, or maybe they're just reaching that peak and they're hoping to start getting better. We've not even come close to the peak. And I think that we need to start changing things, the way that we think. One of the big things is we all want to be outside. We all want to ride our bikes. We all want to hike. We all want to spend time with their families. Most everybody on here are cyclists. We want to ride our bikes. And so do I. I'm riding my bike, or I'm hiking, or I'm outside every single day. But I'm in a different environment than a lot of you guys. I mean, most of you know, and for those of you that know, I don't live in a metropolitan area. I live 2 hours southwest of Oklahoma City. I live out in southwest Oklahoma, in rural Oklahoma. I've lived out here most of my life. So I'm in a little different position than a lot of you people that live in a metropolitan area. So I feel your pain and I understand. I can go riding my bike just like I did today. I rode my bike for almost 2 hours and I saw almost no people. I came closer to people working on the house next door that they're remodeling than I did on my ride today. Sunday, I did a hour and 45-minute ride. I guess this is Saturday, maybe. Saturday, I did an hour and 45-minute ride. I rode to Quartz Mountain. I met my family. We went hiking. Again, my family that I've been quarantined with, so there's no risk of infection because we've been quarantined together for 3 damn weeks. So we then proceeded to hike. I went with my girlfriend after that to do another hike in Quartz Mountain. At no time did we come within shouting distance of any single person, with the exception of passing cars as we're driving in another car, which I think you guys do. So point being, we did everything safely, and that's the point. I still see people that are meeting for group rides that aren't from the same quarantine groups. They're meeting. That should stop. There should be no group rides. None. Period. The only people that you should ride with are yourself or the people in your quarantine group. If you're riding with other people that are not part of your quarantine group, you should not be doing it. The multiplier effect of all the people that are touching, if you go ride with one friend and they have a family and you have a family, and then all the different pieces of that family have reached out and touched other people, and then they're touching back with you, and then you're going back to your families. I don't even know the math on that. Okay. But the math is crazy. So group rides should end, period. And there's just no excuse for it. Yes, I think legally we probably still can do it. I hear numbers, but I don't know where the numbers are at. It used to be 10. Then I heard it was 6. Then I've heard it's like 4. I don't know. I don't care what the number is. Doesn't fucking matter. If you are not from the same quarantine group, if you want to go group ride with someone that is not from your family and you're immediately quarantined center, don't do it. It's not responsible, and it puts all cyclists in a very bad light. Simple as that. So I don't think I can be more clear than that. Some of you may feel differently, but I think you're wrong if you feel differently. Simple as that. I'm gonna go back up and get some comments now. I'm gonna move the same conversation on into some other areas. And I need a Jaeger refill. Dude, you guys are gonna get monologue hell tonight. That's 2. I got another one coming. You may get 3 monologues tonight. You guys are getting the wizard off on the soapbox. Jeremy Black says, Metro trails are filling up. Harder to get a safe ride in. I'm happy people are out enjoying the trails, but it's more folks that I'm comfortable being around. 100% Jeremy Black. I'm going to address that in a minute. And that is it. That is spot on, 100% exactly the issue that we're running into. And that is the issue that I think is probably going to very soon cause many popular parks and places like that to close. People are complaining about it, but I understand. And I think that in Oklahoma, we've not seen too much of that. We have seen a little bit of that just locally. I think today, locally, Lawton closed down all of their parks for use. Anything for fishing, walking, hiking, anything like that that is Lawton, within the domain of Lawton, of the city of Lawton. That should not affect Medicine Park. Although I believe the fishing on Medicine Creek and the walking along Medicine Creek is still shut down. You can still ride the trails at Medicine Park. But I think there are some guidelines there, though, about the other things in Medicine Park. The Wichita Mountains, as far as I know, are still open. Camping is not allowed, I'm pretty sure. But all of the places are still open. I'm super concerned about Wichita Mountains because I have a ball hiking there. It's super easy for me to go there and hike because I do not like going to the popular places. But unfortunately, there are 3 or 4 popular places all in the same place. And everybody and their damn dog are going to those same places. All these people that are newbies that never have gone before, they're at home for the first time. They don't know what to do, so they're going out there. And the number of people that are out to these places are just stupid. I went to the 40-foot hole parking area, and I couldn't even get into the other, just up the road, Elk Mountain and Karen Gardens parking lot entrance. You couldn't even get in because the parking lot was closed. The sheer number of people that are going there to these popular places is just stupid. There's no way that they are being safe. No way. They're not. Simple as that. I saw multiple groups of 10, 12 people, probably a couple of families that have come together. So in their mind that they're okay because they're within the same family. But the problem is they're not the same quarantine family. They're related, but you got a quarantine family over here. You got a quarantine family over here. They meet and hike together. Guess what? You got 6 people here. You got 6 people here. Do the math. How many people have each one of those 6 people or those 12 people touched? And now they've just come together. Now that they've come together, they've just crossed all of that over. And then they go out and everybody else that they reach, they've now multiplied that. That's just stupid. That's irresponsible and stupid. But back to what Jay Black said, I'm super stoked that people are going out. I am. But use some common sense. There's tons of places to go. Don't go to all the popular places just because of the popular places. Do some research. Be smart. Think about it. So the perfect example, the example that I just gave that just went all over me and really frustrates me because I know that the park's going to probably close at some point because of the crazy usage. But they're going to close the whole park instead of just those main places. So I went to that. I turned around immediately. I was like, there's too many people here. This is not safe. This is not smart. I'm not going to be that person. We turned the car around, left that area. I drove 3 minutes up the road, pulled over to the side, and I did a 2-hour hike. just off-roaded it, followed some animal trails, did a great hike. I guarantee it was way better than the established hike that all those other people did. I saw nobody, not a single person. We saw some buffalo, got a little closer than I wanted to the buffalo, but we're out in the plains, we're out in the open. So we just kind of backed away from them and the buffalo went away. We were a little exposed, but luckily they didn't want to eat us or run over us. So, but that's my point. 3 minutes away from all the chaos, I parked my car where there was nobody. I went on a 2-hour hike with my girlfriend. We came back to the car. There's still nobody. We never saw a person. Just with a 3-minute drive. So people just don't think. People just don't think. They don't know. They're not willing to do what they need to do. All right, I got to get some comments and talk a couple other things. Chase Holmes, welcome. Pete Radilla. Chase, just holler at me, bro. Chase was the first one to comment on my post. I've got a little handheld Garmin. Chase, it's all yours. Just holler at me. We'll find a way to make a safe drop. I still can't believe that thing was charged. I swear I have not used that GPS. I didn't even know I still had it. But I've been cleaning house. Because, I mean, what the hell am I going to do for 3 weeks? So I found it in some obscure bucket back in my bike room and hit the power button. It still had 3 out of 4 bars of charge. It was great. I can't believe it. It's probably been in that box for 4 years and it's still powered up. So, all right, I'm 30 comments behind. That means we got lots to talk about. Alex Candace says we're trying to get that segment done before summer. So I was talking about a minute ago. I made a comment about while I'm riding, I'm seeing all the Powerline guys cutting through all the fields out here in Southwest Oklahoma where I'm at. They're trying to make a run to Elk City or Sayre. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, they're making a run. They're replacing poles, and man, they're doing major work. It's pretty impressive. Cheers, Ricky. Balance. Greg Holt joined. Darren Hall joined. Eric Davidson. The thing about being on an exponential curve is that looking ahead, it looks an impossible wall. Looking behind, it looks like a flat line. Yeah, just looking at the sheer numbers and the way that it's going to happen, it's just, it really is almost hard to take in. But, I mean, it's just kind of what it is. Eric says people are terrible at visualizing and reacting to exponentials. You're right. And Eric, the change in my mind, and I have to admit, when this all first happened, I really did not have the thoughts that I have now. I didn't think it was real. I didn't think that it was serious. I didn't think that it was important. And that was just simply because of my lack of knowledge. And I started doing my research when I had a couple people talk to me that I trust, telling me that they didn't feel that I was giving it enough thought. Because I trusted them, I did the research. And as soon as I did the research, I immediately came to the realization that I was wrong. I was way the fuck wrong. And I changed my thoughts on that. And one of the talks was an epidemiologist, and he talked about the exponentials and the flashover point and the multiplier effect and the psychology behind that. And I think you're right. People don't understand that. But we're going to be feeling it soon. And we're still just getting started. Chase says the trickle effect will last till July and then start heading back towards somewhat normal life. I think July's July's been my prediction just based on the information that I have, but I'm telling you what, I think we're going to still feel some effects after July. Right now, unless things flash over and multiply much quicker than I think they're going to happen, I highly suspect we won't start school next year. Again, that's just my personal opinion. Got nothing to back that up except just my personal opinion. I hope that's not the case, but I suspect it might very well be the case. And that means we're looking at August. So I don't know. Herb Brown says Zwift is a fun way to keep working out. And the workouts are hellacious. That is for sure. I Zwift away myself. Ryan Palama joined. Jeremy Black says everyone misses riding with friends, but it's the least responsible thing we can do right now. Jay Black, 100%. I think I made my point to match that perfectly. So, yeah, Forrest Smith says, geez, up here at the trailheads, we're packed with people group riding. I know, right? I don't think we are here, but I think we still have a lot of crossover with people out there riding and passing on the trail. People passing hikers. I mean, when we have multi-use trails, when you have riders, hikers, walkers with dogs, there's going to be people passing. And I'm sorry, but that's not doable for me, and that's not doable, and that's not what we should be doing. So I can't control the walkers, I can't control the hikers, I can't control all those people, and I can't even control the cyclists. But if you're in my world and you're riding these places and you know that there's going to be hikers and people out there that you're going to have to pass, you don't need to be out there. End of story. Even if you're by yourself. So Ricky Valens actually, I'm glad. See, this is why I have fact checkers. He says current guidelines are no more than 6 spread out 12 feet. We were still administering PT with those guidelines for new soldiers. So I get that, Ricky. You guys are in a little bit different situation. You're not doing a recreational sport. You're doing something that's very important to everything. Richie is in the military. He's up at Medicine Park, and they train recruits and PT for new soldiers. So, I mean, hey, you guys got to do your thing. So you've got to meet you do what you do with the guidelines and do what you can to keep your guys safe. But if you're not essential, then I don't know what is, right? So I get that. But what I'm talking about, we're just a bunch of cyclists. Do I want to keep riding my bike for my mental health, my physical health, my, just my lifestyle? Hell yeah. But is it really essential? Probably not. Okay. But Richie, what you're doing, bro, is essential. Trip says R-rated weekly wizard update. I know, right? I've already dropped a few. We'll try to keep it good. Derek Cossard says, I don't have friends, so I'm good. Oh, Derek, you're my friend, bro. I think I've said bro like 50 times. I saw this post the other day. Someone made some meme and talked about people calling each other bro, and it was like a derogatory. So I need to find that person and call him bro like 50 times just to piss him off. Troy Hendricks, Greg Holt. Greg Holt says, Corey rode by within 100 feet of my house. I yelled, get off my lawn. He didn't hear me. I'm joking, of course. He did ride by my house. I rode by your house twice, Greg. And I looked in the garage because your garage door was open. I was waiting for you to be in there doing the Zoom CrossFit. I didn't see anybody doing CrossFit, so I just saw your truck. But your dogs didn't chase me today, though, so, I mean, that's new. Stacy Patton, welcome. Daniel Lemons says I ride solo 98% of the time anyway, unless I'm racing, and that isn't happening anytime soon. Yeah, hey Daniel, I'm the same way. And again, that's just the nature. Different people are different. Some people can't get motivated to ride by themselves, and that's just never been an issue for me. I've always ridden by myself. So Ryan Paloma says, "What's up? Coors Light in hand and working on the garden beds." Well, you're not the only one, Ryan. Apparently, a lot of people are. Jack Christian, welcome. Forrest Smith says, "And don't get me started on outdoor rookies who walk 3 abreast on the trail with unleashed dogs." Yeah, I know. We get a lot of that. Well, we get a lot of that in a few small areas. I just don't go to those areas, so I just don't have a problem with it. I don't think we quite have the user base that you guys do in Wisconsin, though, Forrest. Cadine, Dave Isbell, Barbara Waskaya. I don't know. I always screw your name, Barbara. Screw your name up. I'm just going to call you Barbara. Haven't seen you since Medicine Park a couple years ago. Kevin Snyder, what's happening? John Bueno. Alex Canada says roads are still open. Mount Scott is overrun. The fire road is becoming used more and more. So, yeah, I mean, it's the same. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's crazy, the traffic out there, especially on the weekends. But even during the week, just because, I mean, hell, I get it. Everybody's at home. They're trying to do something with their kids, and they're taking their families, and they just don't have anything to do. So, oh, Kevin, only one drink, bro. Negative. I had more than my share before I even started the show today. Yeah, same for us. For us, he came across a group walking on the mountain bike trail with the stroller. I mean, that's exactly it. So, I mean, I don't know. My point here is that in Oklahoma, we have only a few trails that are like that. And as cyclists, I think we just need to avoid those. And I'm telling you right now, Bluff Creek is probably the one that I would avoid. I would not ride that trail. I can't imagine that you're going to be able to ride that and not pass someone. A noob cyclist, a slow cyclist, a walker, a runner, a dog walker, stroller. There's just no way, because it's a multi-use trail. So a cyclist, I think that we err on the side of caution and we just don't go there. So I'm 48 comments behind. So I'm not ignoring you guys. It's just that I'm talking a lot, and every one of you are making great comments. So I'm literally, it says new comments 48. So I have 48 comments that I've not seen yet. So I'm totally not ignoring you guys. I'm just getting more Jaeger to prepare. So Jay Black says he rode at Draper Sunday for the first time in nearly a year, and the parking lot was full. Walkers, runners, etc. Most everyone seemed like they were being as responsible as possible. It was just far too many folks for my comfort. Yeah, Jeremy, and that's my point. And again, that's another thing that I've mentioned in my comments and my things that I've posted over the last couple of days. I understand that not everybody lives where I live. A lot of people would struggle to live in rural Oklahoma like I do, but I love it. And I may not have access to all the stores and all the shops and all the brew pubs and all the cool things that you guys have access to. But come a situation like this, guess where it's cool to be? I ride outside my door. I don't see anybody, and within 5 minutes, I'm on a gravel. I can hike an hour that way. I can ride almost anywhere. I can run through the neighborhood and through the town. completely safely, completely meeting all the requirements. I'm doing it all by myself or with my quarantine family. And I'm not meeting any friends. I'm keeping a watch on the people that my kids are interacting with, and assuring that they don't. So that's the advantage of living where I live. Unfortunately, you guys live in metro areas and you all want to go ride the places that are easy. And that is easy to get to. Draper, Bluff Creek. If you're in the Tulsa area, probably Turkey Mountain, although I hear Turkey Mountain's a little messy right now. But if Turkey Mountain was clean, I would say that probably Turkey Mountain is definitely not a place to go ride bikes, because you get hikers, runners, dog walkers, strollers. You get everything out there, just like you do at Bluff, just like you do at Draper. It's a high use area. Let them have it. Let those people have it for now, and let's go ride elsewhere. Simple as that. You don't need to ride your mountain bike. You can ride your mountain bike on the road. You can go find a gravel ride. Be safe, be smart. All right, I got to get caught up. I'm like 50 comments back, so I'm just gonna like touch on some of the comments, and let's see. And then some of the comments are like, Draper on the weekends is going to be busy, but during the week it's less, and that's agreed. Some of these places, if they're not busy, go for it. But if there's cars in the parking lot, probably not. Ron Thompson joined. Ryan Columbus says, I'm avoiding road rides on the road altogether, trying to minimize chances of a hospital visit. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know. I'm still doing some road rides, but not very many. Mainly I'm just doing gravel, because I can get the same workout, and I prefer the gravel versus road. But I do road out here. I ride by myself, so the chances of me wrecking are minimal. You're not in a group. I mean, typically if you're going to wreck on the road, it's going to be John Chenault, Jody Harrison, Scott Bozone. Thank you, Eric. The mark of wisdom is the man who can change his mind. Hey, for sure. I change my mind all the time. I'm a bit hard-headed, but I'm open. I'm open to change. I think that's the best way to be. Megan Crampy. Eric Davidson would be cool to get the Tour de Zwift again. It'd be cool to get a Tour de Zwift, Tour de Dirt Zwift group together. I know, right? There's been several people do some Zwifting in a group. It'd be fun. Oh, Greg was in the barn. Greg, you're in the barn doing CrossFit. I should have thrown rocks at your barn when I walked by then and scared you. Stacy Patton says, hey, Corey. Hey, back at you. Chip and Charlotte Smith joined. Jody Harrison says, sup. And Angela says, if you come to the Lawton area, you now have to wear a mask. So I think a lot of places are moving to that. I suspect even out here in rural Oklahoma, we're still not required, but it's happening. So I have all those I don't know, what do you call them? Gaiters that go on your neck. I'm just going to start wearing those, put them on my face. I've got like 5 or 6 of them. I got enough for all my family and my kids. So. Oh, and Herb Brown right after that. So are the buffs that we got from Gravel Graveler and Mid-South any good as mask? I don't know from a medical standpoint, but I mean, hey, it's a barrier. I can't speak medically, but I mean, if it's a barrier in and out, it's going to have some benefit. So. Mike Pickle join. What's happening, Mike? How'd your FTP test go? Let's see. Barry David joined. Mike Pickle says I'm late. Stacy Lynn Cook. Hey, I'm going to fly through these. Holy shit. I'm like 60 comments back. I'm so far. Keystone's quiet mostly, so go ride Keystone. Altus requires masks starting at 6 tonight. Brian Young says, check out the moon tonight, so maybe it's cool. Dean Gracie joined. Okay, let me scroll up, see if I missed anything. Wow. I may not have been as far behind as I thought. Dude, you guys are rocking it. 87 comments. That's why I love you guys. Alrighty. Actually, I have a few other things. Kind of soapboxed out, didn't we? So, but unfortunately, that's the reality that we're living in right now. So, as much fun as I like to have, and we like to have a good time, and I'm having a good time. We got to be serious sometimes. That's the that's called adulting. So many of you are used to it. We like to think we're all a bunch of big kids, and maybe we are, and that's the lifestyle we live. But the reality of it is, we're all really a lot of responsible adults. That's why you guys are all my friends. We live to be young, but we make adult decisions. We do the adulting. So let's see. I still think that I can't decide if I'm going to do it live or if I'm going to record it and then edit it and do it. I don't know. I talked about it last week. So you guys saw last week, I showed you my expired herbs and spice or whatever noodle packet, and it expired in 2008. I'm thinking about recording that live, cooking that up, and eating it and seeing what happens, just for shits and giggles. So if I don't do that tomorrow afternoon, then I may do it tomorrow evening. Either way, I'll make a post about it on how I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do it live or not. I'm thinking about doing it, just recording it and then editing it, because you got to cook it and stuff, so it may be kind of boring if you're like waiting for it to cook. I'll have to look at it and see if like I can pre-prep it and then start the live thing so that it, you don't catch all of it. And then if I can get it down to like 15 minutes, I may do it. So that could be fun. Anyway, just thinking about that. Herb Brown says we don't have any place to go. That's why you have a gazillion comments. That is true, Herb. We have a captured audience. No, nothing else to do, and they're bored, so you get to listen to the wizard ramble. David Stewart's in the house. What's happening, David? Miss you and Rory down there at Claremore. You guys are awesome. Kevin Peak, what's happening? Come on. Well, I'm getting some delayed comments here. I still don't have any over on YouTube. I'm still clear there. Alrighty. Let's see. What do we have? I've got two more things. Hannah Bagaski joined. What's happening, Hannah? It was a good pick with you and Trip the other day. I debated over the comment. I was going to try to make a joke about the mustache and give you a hard time. But instead, I just told Trip he had a good mustache. So, but it was a good picture of the two of you. Two more things. One super fun thing, and one just annoying as shit thing. So the first thing is really fun. So there's a lot of pictures. I saw a lot of pictures of the social distancing, and people have been taking pictures of their kids, talking to their friends across the street, kids playing in, yards across from each other, keeping their distance, and, sitting in lawn chairs, and, they're all littles and doing their kind of cool thing. But today I saw a picture and it was super funny. And it was Scott Hutchins, my buddy in Wichita Falls. He was sitting on the curb with his megaphone talking about keeping his social distancing and keeping his heckling skills up. And he had a couple empty beer cans laying in the grass beside him, and naturally it's his Miller Lite beers. And he was heckling. So don't know who was heckling the neighbor across the street, maybe the old people walking, as they were walking around the block. So, and then I posted Stephen Cordis, who is the heckler around here. Maybe we need to have some kind of competition. I don't know, maybe someone smarter than me that we can hook this up live, or we can get Steve and Scott, and we could like have some fake video that we can all watch and we can heckle the video. How great would that be to have those two going head to head heckling? But anyway, it was fun. It was fun, cool seeing the picture of Scott sitting on the curb with the 2 beer cans and a megaphone heckling the neighbors. So good fun, good safe fun in crazy times. Kevin Peak says, "Can you wave your wizard wand and make my laundry disappear?" Well, Kevin, hell, dude, you got you got a washer and dryer? I know you do. I know you got a good set. You got nothing to do? We got plenty of time to do laundry. David Mazzell, Dustin Easter, Dave Hill, what's happening? Alrighty. I am 101 in, so I'm winding her down. I got nowhere to be. So if you guys have things you want to talk about, throw them out there. I'll chat. I have one more thing to talk about. These are all going around. The only post against them that I've seen to tell you to stop was my friend Alan White. All these challenges that are coming across Facebook that are asking you for personal information. Where did you go to school? What address was that? What's your favorite this? What's your favorite that? What's your whatever? There's multiple ones of these going around. People, do not do it. This is stupid. Stupid. Do you know what this is? Do any of you really know what this is? Do you really think it's a game? Do you think it's just something fun that someone created? If you do, you're part of the problem. It's not a game. These are people that want to steal your information. This is called social engineering. Google it. You'll find plenty of information. You don't need me to explain it. It's social engineering. If you dumbasses answer enough questions, anybody can hack multiple accounts that you have simply by the information that you give. Because all of these questions relate. My kids are laughing at me because they just heard me go on a rant.
Toxic as hell.
So like two of my kids are poking in the hall right now, laughing their ass off because I'm full soapboxed and on a rant. All of these questions relate to your personal life. What are the odds that these are part of your secret questions that you've put in for password protection? What are the odds that if someone calls you and says, "Hey, I'm so-and-so from XYZ company, and we need, we've got a, we've screwed up your account, and we need to reset your we need to reset your password for your account. I've got your username is this, and I've got on record that you live where?" You give them the answer. They already have that answer. And they're like, yeah, you're correct. So, and we've also got that your zip code is this. And you're going to go with it. You're going to give them the information. It's social engineering. All of this information that you're giving to these people on Facebook through all these dumbass quizzes that don't mean shit and are stupid and honestly not really all that interesting are just giving tons of people free information about you that will allow them to possibly hack you, your company, your business, wherever you use this information. Okay? Think, people. Think. Use your brain. We all got one. Sometimes I wonder. All right. Stepping off soapbox. Oh, several good posts. Let's see. Bryce Bell joined. What's happening, Bryce Bell? Stephen Cordes says, it's on now. I know some easy targets. Dude, we need to so make this happen. I don't know how can we electronically get like a heckle off between Steve Cordes and Scott Hutchins with their megaphones. Maybe we can get Reed and Kai to film their dads heckling people, and we can like do one heckle at a time, post it on TikTok or post it up here on Facebook, and then we can like maybe have a vote or a challenge. So come on, you young guys, Kai, Reed, you guys are young. You guys are all into social media. You guys need to figure out a way to electronically make this happen. Let's get the dad heckle off. Steve Cordes versus Scott Hutchins in a megaphone heckle off. I don't know how we make that happen, but that's got to go. That would be so awesome. David Copeland says laundry. His is long. Oh, I just scrolled too fast. Where did it go? Dave Copeland says laundry. I've not changed clothes in 3 days. I know, right? I put on clean clothes just for the show tonight. I've been wearing the same shit for like 4 days. I have changed my underwear. That's about it. And I do change my hat. Nah. So I just got a sign flashed to me from the hallway from my other kids said, watch your language. So yeah. So I'm probably going a little far, but oh well. Holly Tyler joined. I think that was a happy birthday to Holly Tyler, correct? Is that the right one? I don't know. Somebody, there was birthdays going to Holly somewhere today. Lori Cooksy's in the house. Jeremy Coleman says scam. Welcome, Stephen Treester. Jay Black just said social engineering. You gotcha. Stephen Treester says, I got here late only to hear Corey going off. I know, right? I got a lot of hand. Welcome, Heath Arning. Oh, my comments are going so slow, guys. I'm so sorry. I've got too much stuff open. I need to restart my computer and close tabs. Oh, Dennis Nadolny says, hey, Corey, can you repeat that one more time? I didn't get it. Nice. So Jeremy Coleman says, have them heckle random things going on in the house. That would be good. We may have to get this heckle off going. It's going to work. It's going to work somehow. Gosh, dang it. Why are so many things just killing me right now? I'm going to close that tab. I'm going to close some tabs. There we go. I got my scroll. So Jeremy Coleman says, have them heckle rental things going on in the house, i.e. cooking, cleaning, work, etc. Angela Cordes replying to Jeremy Coleman, not if he wants to live. That could be fun. Gunner Wright joined. What's happening? Jeremy Puckett. It's all for entertainment. Derek Gossard says, change your underwear, just turn inside out. Yeah, no, I'm just going to change that. Wear everything else. Yeah, Kevin Peak says, what's the month of your birth and the last 4 digits of your social? And I will tell you what kind of mountain bike you're going to buy me. Yeah, pretty much. Gunner says, sup? What's happening, Gunner? Alrighty, ladies and gents. I've rambled. I'm an hour and 11 minutes in. I've covered the 2 or 3 topics that I have, and I've just rambled and talked and had a good time. Glad we linked up. I'm glad you guys checked in, and it's been fun. Been fun. I'm going to finish up with just saying a continuation of one of my previous 3 rants. Be safe. Be smart. Be respectful. And remember that if you're on the bike, you don't just represent yourself, but you represent the whole. And I think that's important to understand, that you represent everybody that rides bikes. So if you aren't sure, err on the side of caution, be smart, and be a good citizen. So I love you guys. Be safe, be healthy, be well, and keep an eye out for maybe a couple of videos throughout the week. And then we'll be back on next Tuesday with the Weekly Wizard Update, doing what we're doing, talking and having a good time, and trying to throw some fun, throw some serious stuff out into the atmosphere. So, alrighty, out. Love you guys. Maybe I'm out. I can click end. And there we go. All right, now I got to end the stream over here on YouTube.